friend, Stephen Brown. This is the show with Stephen.
What's going on, you massive legends? Welcome to Breaking It Down with Brown. This is the subsection of the channel, Weeb World, where we talk about anime. Unfortunately, I know what you're thinking, Stevie B. You just posted a video of your spring rankings, your final list for spring, and you had to watch all the shows from summer. How would you get this up so quickly? Well, that's all I've been doing is watching anime, because I know I took a long time to upload between the last two videos. I wanted to make sure that I was more consistent. So I've been watching tons of anime. I also have my spark reignited for anime, wanting to watch it, which is a good thing as well, because I fluctuate like any human being. Sometimes I don't want to watch it, sometimes I really do. I've watched 27 Season 1's 27 original shows from this season. I'm going to give you my impressions from the first 3 episodes of 27 shows, and I'm going to put them in order of, well, how I like them, how I think they're going to stack up for the rest of the season, and of course, if you're new here, we do 3 videos a season. And if you don't know about anime, there's 4 seasons in a year for everything, but with anime, there's 4 seasons where you get about 30 to 40 shows every 3 months. I like to look at all of the original Season 1 shows, just those, and rank them from best to worst. First, we look at all the shows before they come out and give a cursory glance at the synopses, the pictures, the promotional videos. Then we watch the first 3 episodes of every show and talk about how I think they're going to stack up as they progress. And then at the end of the season, after I've watched everything, I give you my best comedy, my best drama, stuff like that, and what I think is just the best show of the season. So let's jump right into this. There's a lot to get through. All right, let's start with the drop list. This is where we're going to talk about the shows that I decided in no particular order, just the shows I decided I did not like and I do not wish to continue watching. That's right, I do watch the beginning of everything, doesn't mean I'm going to finish it. We'll start with Ayaka. I watched 2 of 12 episodes of this. Little supernatural show, but really bad CGI, and it just seemed really messy and all over the place, and definitely seems kind of like a boys' love type thing. It doesn't have that in the tags, I don't believe. No, and I don't know if that's really how it is, but its vibes were not good for me on the first couple episodes there, so I jumped out of it. If we hop over to the Gene of AI, this one I was kind of upset by. I watched 3 episodes of it. I really tried to give it, a run. And I just did not enjoy it. I'd say it's very cyberpunky. I love sci-fi, so it's very sci-fi. It's about doctors who enhance people with, cybernetics and things like that. And this guy's a doctor, and it's about how he deals with things. But the thing is, he's got no charisma. He's got basically no character, and I'm sure that, they would delve more into him in later episodes and kind of unravel him, but it just wasn't, if you watch 3 episodes of a show and it's not gripping you, I think you're okay to walk away. It just was not keeping my attention. It was pretty boring. Saint Cecilia and Pastor Lawrence, I watched 2 episodes of this. This is a pretty unoffensive comedy, romance, and it's fully in English. That's another thing about the season, is that the majority of shows are in English. We did get, if you were a dub watcher, you got treated pretty well. There's a lot of dubs, and most of them, I would say the average of good to bad dubs is they're getting better, right? I feel like most of the show's dubs are serviceable. But this show, there's nothing wrong with this show, and this is a show I would watch, but it just felt completely unnecessary in the lineup of other things I have to get done, and I felt comfortable walking away from it. Dark Gathering is kind of the same thing, where it wasn't terrible. It's a little horror, supernatural thing, but it takes itself a little more lighthearted. I would say it's not super, it's not super horror, but I can't really explain the way it felt a little like lower budget. Not that that's, terribly indicative of something being good or bad, but I just was not enjoying it, and I watched 2 episodes of that, and I was okay walking away from it, and it's not something I think I'd ever revisit. I don't really care for it. Maybe a manga. But for the anime itself, I'm okay. Liar Liar. I watched 2 episodes of this, and I was thinking about how to describe the show, because it reminds me of other things that I just can't really think of. But you see there, that's a pretty high rating. I can see how normies will really like this. People who are just getting to anime will really like this. And it's not terrible, and I believe it was in English, if I remember correctly. So that's another point in it being easy to watch. But just not my cup of tea. I just wasn't vibing with it, so it was an easy drop for me. But I was also, looking for drops. I'm looking for things I can get rid of, so I don't have to watch 27 shows within 3 months. My Happy Marriage, with 2 episodes. I really wanted to like this. I liked the first episode. It's dry though. I think this is on Netflix. I watched it in English on my computer though, and so it's dry and slow. But I really like historical period pieces, and that's what it is. And I was hoping that it would, I get a grounded romantical drama in historical period. But in the second episode, they throw in that they're all demon hunters and stuff, and it's really quite odd and out of place. And it just right there, it killed it for me. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I can walk away from this, especially if it's dry and boring. The Dreaming Boy is a realist. We got 2 episodes out of this one. This is it just didn't have any sauce for me. Although I could see, I don't know. I could see it being not bad, but again, it was just one of those things that it didn't have something gripping me. It's got a pretty high score there, but it didn't have anything gripping me. Now, up next, Kubo won't let me be invisible. My bad. Comey can't communicate. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hold on. Danger's in my heart. No, that's not it. The girl I like forgot her glasses. We dropped it 3 episodes in. If you're wondering why all those other shows were before it, because it's the exact same show. There's nothing wrong with this show. I can see you enjoying this show, whatever, but there's one of these every season, and just like I know there's 20 isekais a season, there's one of these couple pairing romance shows every season that are just mind-numbing at a point. Like, I know I gave a high score to Danger's in My Heart last season, but it's just, I'm done, dude. I need a break, okay? There's nothing wrong with the show. This is something I would watch again in the future, like to finish it, but I need a break from this shit. I'm just so good, dude. It's just always the same thing. And that takes us into our probation list. I have 4 shows here that I have in question for dropping, and this is where our numbers start at rank 19. These are in particular order of how much I enjoy them. Sweet Reincarnation at 3 episodes out of 12. It's looking at, I don't know, man. It's isekai, and he's a chef, and he makes sweets and stuff, but it hasn't been a big part of the first 3 episodes. But it doesn't seem, these all have such high ratings. It doesn't seem to me to have anything to really draw me in, but I watched 3 episodes and decided not to drop it, to just leave it, so I'll make another pass through, watch another 3 episodes maybe, and see how I feel, but I don't think this one is long for this world. At 18, am I actually the strongest? Which I have a schedule of how I watch things. This is what I'm supposed to be watching today. 3 episodes through with this one, 3 out of 12, and this one has a little more, it's an isekai, but has a little more spice than the Sweet Reincarnation, but again, it seems like it, I don't know, the characters are better. It's not bad. There's a cute thing with, like, he shows his little sister TV, because they don't have TV in the magical, it's medieval fantasy, and they watch, like, Power Rangers together, like Super Sentai, and it was cute. That, actually, thinking about that stuck out to me. So we'll see. Again, if it's on the probation list, that means I'm giving it a couple more episodes to win me over. I'm just really unsure about it. At number 17, I just watched an episode of this. Classroom for Heroes. I've seen 5 out of 12 for this one. This one, I have no reason to keep watching it, and I just haven't had the heart to just drop it for whatever reason. It's not terribly unique or anything. It feels like the picture-perfect generic anime at, an average 5 out of 10. I probably will drop it. I still don't know, though, but obviously you see it's higher up than those other 2 shows, and I can't really quite place it at the moment. It's just kind of like easy to watch. My Tiny Senpai, 3 out of 12. I really want to hang on to this one, but I just couldn't help but feel like it was a waste of my time while watching it. This was in English on Crunchyroll. I would recommend this to most people. It's super chill, nice romance, workplace comedy. It's good vibes. It's, again, just doesn't super grip me. The characters don't stand out enough. So that's the only reason why it might get the axe this season. Now onto the official list. Stuff that I don't think I'll drop is at number 15. And it's funny because I definitely have my habits. And what always sits at the bottom of my list is the titty shows. And Tenpuru, which seems kind of racist, but I guess that's what they named it, Temple. But the Japanese name is Tenpuru because the L and the R. But this is an ecchi comedy, and it's not very good, but its fan service is tasteful. It does it, well, depending on what you would consider tasteful. I don't know if you call it tasteful. I mean more like it's good. Like, it's not, it's okay for what it is. It's not, like, shitty. I'm a man. I like ass and tits. I'm sorry. At number 14, The Most Heretical Last Boss Queen at 3 out of 12. This was one of the first shows I watched this season. This one, I was thinking about dropping while watching it. And of course, it's been a week since I watched it. But once I watch it again, I'll know more. But I think that I like it more than I gave it credit for. It's another isekai, but this time from the perspective of a woman. And I've seen a couple of those, but it's not common. So just because of the fact of it being something different makes it easier to watch. There's a nice little mystery here. Not like a huge mystery. There's nothing to spoil. It's more like they tell you from the outset that she's playing a character in a game that is the villain, but she doesn't want to be a bad person or be a villain. She wants to be a good guy. So it's you showing her trying to do things differently to make people's lives better, and it's kind of interesting. Okay, I just switched some things around because I felt in the moment that this was better. The number 13 is Atelier Ryza. It says I've only seen 2 episodes, but that's because it was the first episode's about like an hour long, maybe, yeah, something like that, like an hour long, and then whatever. But I've played one Atelier game, actually. It's called Rorona Plus. It's like from PS3 or something. I played it on the PS Plus. I want to be into these games, though. I really want to play more of them and try them out and stuff. I don't think I got, I think Rise is the most popular series. I know they have like 3 or 4 of them at this point. I'm not sure. But I tried watching this out of my respect for the game series. And it's not great, in my opinion. And it's almost assuredly only up so high where it is, or even being watched by me because of the good faith from the video games. And I'm still really unsure how I feel about this one. I might drop it, actually. I might get moved to probation. Number 12, The Masterful Cat is depressed again today at 3 episodes out of 12. This show is super cute, and I can see why it has an almost 8-star rating. And I would understand why a lot of people would like this one. I would recommend this to most people. It is only in Japanese at the moment. It's just I'm very particular with these hangout shows. This is similar to the couple romance, like the girl I like forgot her glasses, or Dangers in My Heart Come and Can't Communicate, stuff like that. If we're going to be sitting here for 20 minutes and not much is going to be happening, it's just 2 characters kind of hanging out being cutesy. Moe, it has to be a very particular way that is enjoyable for me, and it hasn't completely won me over yet, and we'll see what happens with the rest of it, but I think it could be a slog to get through it. Number 11 is Sensuality Noir at 3 out of 12. This one came out of nowhere for me, very interesting to me. I like mechas and sci-fi, and you get that here. It's got kind of like a lived-in universe. They're not really explaining how the universe works. You just kind of have to figure it out by watching it. There's some CGI, but it's serviceable. It's okay. And the mechs are different than normal. It's not like... I prefer like a humanoid-looking mech, like a Megazord. These are more uglier, but the cast of characters isn't so bad. It's interesting, and I'm seeing where it goes. Number 10, Yohane, the Parhelion Sunshine in the Mirror, which is apparently a spin-off of Love Live. You can see here. I didn't know that before I watched it. But you don't need to know anything about Love Live to watch it and enjoy it. It's a weird show. It also says it's a music show, right? But there's only been like one music part in it in the first episode. And I'm not a big fan of shows, idol shows and things like that just have random music numbers. But this is cute, and I like the colors, I like the characters, I like the design of stuff. So I'll see where it goes, how it moves on. It could get pretty sloggy for me, but we'll see. At the moment, I do enjoy it quite a bit. Reborn as a Vending Machine is number 9 at 3 episodes out of 12. Self-explanatory. Everyone has heard about this, even people that don't watch anime. I've heard about it because it was such a joke to say, like, oh, look at this show where they're a vending machine or whatever. It's isekai, but the main character is a vending machine. And basically when it comes to isekais and romances now with anime, it's always like the gimmick, it's always with the novelty of something. Like, oh, this one's about a guy who turns into a sword. This one's about a guy who turns into, a woman, whatever. It's the novelty. If it hasn't been done yet, especially if you're watching anime and you just like to watch anime in general, it'll give you something to watch. Or if you put yourself through seasonal anime. Imagine if you were a fan of anime and you just watched good stuff. Imagine if you just went and watched things that are, revered as being good, or you searched for the best of the best. No, I watch everything that's new that comes out because I'm a piece of shit. So this is okay. It's all right. I think it was in English. We'll see how it progresses, but it's like easy watch, like chill. My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1 is at number 8, 3 episodes out of 12. I enjoyed this more than the vending machine. This is another isekai, but they kind of show off the leveling system a bit, like when they integrate like the idea of the game world more. Well, this vending machine actually does pretty well. If you watch vending machine does pretty well with its vending machine rules. Like he has to keep himself alive by getting customers to pay for items because he needs to use the money inside of him to pay for the electricity to keep himself alive, kind of thing, which is interesting. But I like this one. I prefer an actual medieval fantasy RPG type thing as to a vending machine. And there's a really cute character in here, this bunny girl that's really funny, that's always like, just obsessed with eating carrots. This has good vibes, and it could only grow on me, or it can only grow on me or sour, who knows. That I have good faith for this one. I think it'll be just okay, a good middle of the road show here on the list. Up next is number 7, The Great Cleric, another isekai, but this time this guy is a healer, and this one has better characterization and feels more grounded and stuff, so that's why it's higher than these two. Watch 3 episodes of this one, and I do enjoy this one. I'm actually interested in this one. This is good. It's fine. It's better than the other two. Number 6, Reign of the Seven Spellblades, 3 episodes out of 13 episodes. This one's interesting because it's not something I think I would normally like, but it's kind of basically like a straight ripoff of Harry Potter. It's very Harry Potter. I don't know, normies might like it, but I don't even like Harry Potter. I like the setting of Harry Potter, I like the world of Harry Potter, but I don't care too much for the actual story of Harry Potter, like the characters and things in Harry Potter. So it just kind of takes the magical school and like houses and things like that. And I remember watching it and thinking, I was surprised by how much I was enjoying it. Not that I was enjoying it that much, okay? But I was enjoying it. So we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I was just in a good mood that day. Rurouni Kenshin, 3 out of 24 episodes. This is at number 5. I've never watched or read any Rurouni Kenshin, surprisingly. Although I've played like Jump Force and played I used the villain from Rurouni Kenshin as on my main team when I played Jump Force. I used Zoro, Rurouni Kenshin, and Renji Yaburai from Bleach. That game was weird, man. That game really missed the mark, but was also really good at the same time. So far, it's just like solid, what you would expect from something that is beloved by many people and has a reputation as being good. It's good. It's enjoyable, but we'll see how it progresses because I don't know anything about it. So I don't know if it'll stay good or what. Undead Girl Murder Farce at number 4 with 3 episodes out of 13. This is probably the most interesting show, the most unique. It's dark. It's not really a mystery. It does kind of do one of those things where it sets out in the beginning and says we have an end goal we're looking to conclude, and then go off on little episodic adventures. And it's kind of like a murder mystery thing, like they go solve murders and things. It's very cool though. I like the vibes. It's very good. I bet my wife would like this one, although it is in Japanese and she prefers dubs only, so I don't know if she'll ever watch it. We come up to number 3 is Helk at 3 out of 12. Helk is super fun. I love Helk, and I really hope that it grows on me more. Like, I can see its shortcomings, and I hope that it progresses past those because it's very fun, very good comedy. He's like basically like He-Man. Think like He-Man or like Conan the Barbarian, like basic like human guy. But he's like a good, nice, happy, fun boy. Look at his face, and he wants to become the Demon Lord. He goes to hell or the demon world, whatever they call it, and joins like the world tournament to become the Demon Lord. And the characters who are like the court of demon hierarchy are trying to stop him. And it's a comedy though. It's not heavy or anything. It's very funny. It's a good time. Number 2, Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero at 3 out of 12 episodes. This is very fun. It's a good comedy. There's some weird things in there, some choices, like the main character. They like the one of the characters forces him to wear a girl, like doesn't tell him that he's wearing a girl's uniform, but like puts him in it, and he's like a little kid or whatever. And so I could see that it's a little problematic and weird there. I don't know what the intention is behind that, but it's a fun show. And it's got, I don't know, that certain style. I don't know if you can see if this comes off as well as the actual animation. This kind of rounded, like kind of like Demon Iruma-kun, I want to say, that one show, stuff like that, which for some reason is a good aesthetic for me, like really hits me. Like, I really enjoy that aesthetic. It's fun. It's super fun, and I hope that it gets better as it goes along, too. I'm hoping it surprises me, but you never know. With anime at number 1, shouldn't be a surprise. And I am actually, my tastes fluctuate, my rankings. So I don't think we've had a season yet where my number 1 stays the number 1 the whole time. But as of right now, off of 3 episodes from everything, Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead stands out as... it transcends anime. It's one of those things like a Vinland Saga, or it's a good show, and that's what we look for, are these shows that don't feel like I'm just watching another seasonal anime or in a genre or something. Like, it's its own thing. There's a lot of fun color here and choices. Animation's great. The characters are fun. It's interesting that English simulcasted in English as well, and it's perfect dub. Like, they hit this one out of the park for sure. Okay, so really quick too, I want to go over. That is before dropping anything, before dropping any shows. That would have been, apparently, from what I put here, 348 episodes or 174 hours worth of anime to watch. After dropping some shows, after watching the first 3 episodes of everything, we're down to 199 episodes or 99.5 hours of anime left for me to watch. So it's going to take a while. I'm trying to do 2 hours a day. If I do 2 hours a day, it'll take me about a month and a half. And there's going to be days, obviously, where I'm too busy to watch anime. It's just not going to happen. So the end of the summer list, like the actual final ranking, will be somewhere closer to Halloween, or maybe past that, maybe closer to Thanksgiving. But I will do, probably in a week here or so, maybe 2, I will do the winter, or fall, sorry, not winter, fall, look, the look at the cursory glance at the list of everything, the anime chart list, and we'll read the synopsises and take a look and see how we feel about things. So you can expect that, and then hopefully somewhere within a month from that video will be the summer ranking, and then I can start grinding out some fall shows, which I know I just caught up to summer or whatever, or just got up to summer. Summer's not done airing. Thankfully, I thought that I was really worried that I'd be a whole season behind, that we would be in fall already by the time I got to summer, but I managed to just make it. And I hope I understand that most people would probably want these to come out within the time frame that these things are releasing and when it's happening, so I know it's more part of the conversation, exciting, but it's just not humanly possible unless I did nothing but watch anime. But I'm a human being, and I have a life to live and do other things also, and I don't want to just not enjoy my life and just watch cartoons all day. I'm a grown man. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. It means a lot to old Stevie B here. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you sticking around to the end and listening to an opinion that's different than your own. You're pretty cool for that. But if you hated this video, you're a little freak! Your mother doesn't love you. You probably enjoy iDubbbz. You probably enjoy playing Tetris. You can go get bent.
The show is over, but you're still here hanging around. Why don't you hit subscribe?